Today's tool shout out is going to be dedicated to one of the tools that I spoke about the other day that is a priority for most carpentry gurus out there, and that's the impact driver. So we're going to talk about some accessories that I think are handy to have in your tool belt, or first off buys. Once you get your impact driver, this is what you should get, okay? Now, there is quicker ways of doing this, but I'm going to go through a couple of individual ones that I think are a standout and are a must-have for any apprentice or any carpenter normally. So, priority number one is the Phillips head bit. That is probably one of the most used, of course, for Phillips head screws, as you will be aware. The other one to that, another very big, high important screw bit, is the hex drive, or commonly known as the batten screw bit. Okay, you'll know this one by the hexagonal shape of the bit. All right, so that's a very common one as well to have. So have that one on your tool belt. Now, depending on what you do, you might also do a lot of decks, etc., and a lot of your decking screws these days are a square drive. So that is another very important one. You may want to keep some hex bits. Okay, 5/16 and the 3/8 are the two that you should have. They're two of the most common screws that are out there, being used on roofs, etc., and flashings and all that sort of fun stuff. So keep that in mind, cladding, etc. So the other one relating to roofing and flashings and that other side of it, okay, is rivets. Now rivets get used a fair bit, so why not have what's known as a snappy bit as well handy? So a snappy bit is basically a drill bit, okay, that is on the end of your shaft. You want to add the shaft, and then away you go. You can change that bit out. You can buy packs of them with the dual-ended drill bits, okay? So you can rivet to your heart's content. You can drill to your heart's content, and yeah, it's nice and handy sitting on your tool belt, ready to go for whenever that has to happen. Especially doing demo, ripping up a roof, that sort of stuff. It comes in handy to be able to switch out. Oh, bang, you know, there's my snappy bit, bang, I've taken all those rivets out. Oh, I got the hex bit, I've just removed the roof screws that I need to. Now I can take off the ridge and all that sort of stuff and hook in to look at what's going on. So yeah, that's kind of the group that I think are pretty up there in importance, right, to focus on. All right, there's lots of other accessories, of course. You can get yourself a little pack, which is handy. You can get yourself a pack. This is obviously, I'm a fanboy Makita, but you've got all kinds of random bits and stuff in there. There's a few things I've added in there as well, things like countersink bits. There's even a big half-inch drive up there as well, okay, which will come in handy sometimes for sockets and stuff. Another couple of handy little ones to have, right, just quickly. Another quick couple of handy ones to have is a 5mm drill bit, okay. Nice long shaft 5mm drill bit, okay, super handy to have for batten screws if you need to pre-drill. Step bit or a Christmas tree bit, handy to have as well, same deal again. If you need to smack through some holes through some purlins, great for purlins. If you need to cut out a hole for a downpipe in a gutter or something, this is also a little handy little tool to have. And probably the other extension, the other thing I think is very important to have is try and get yourself a little extension. So all those bits that I just showed you, all right, they can hook into this little extension. All right, so you can have that extra length when you need it sometimes. Sometimes your impact driver can't get to certain places. Following on from that, sometimes your impact driver can't get into certain places. Get yourself a right angle drive, okay? This is a little DeWalt one. It is absolutely fantastic. It's coming really handy today, funnily enough. I'm doing a tool shout out with this involved, okay? So if you know that hole actually goes all the way through, all right? So if you do need to get a bit that's stuck in there or snapped a bit out, you can just put a nail through that, and that lets it out. So, but yes, great little drill driver, very handy for compact places. If you can't get your impact driver in under a spot, okay, that's what these are handy for you. If your impact driver on in the distance and you're applying pressure, away you go. You're doing the drilling that you need to. So, but otherwise, guys, the only other little thing I wanted to talk to you about tonight is a quick little tip that helps me with all of my accessories and my random bits. Now, I do have the bespoke bag from Buckaroo, and it has got a good little section of slots for bits in it. Would love more than what was there. That'd be a good improvement for them. But I've got a lot of them in there, but they also have them loosely in the bottom of that section of the bag as well. And what I do is I actually have a magnet, just a round magnet that I purchased from J-Car, and that just sits in my tool belt, and that's what holds majority of my bits and pieces together in a clump, so that I'm not looking for them. I'm pulling them out And there they are. They're all in my hand. Everything I need. I pull out the ones I want and away I go. Put it back on the magnet, put it straight inside. So you don't lose things as easily, and you're not searching through a bag full of bits. You've already got your bits in the hand as together in a compact sort of clump of bits, really. Yeah, there's a lot of other stuff out there. I think there's Addicted to Tools. I think he's got those little clip things out there and stuff. There's a lot of other guys that sell those sort of things too. I think Makita do them and Crescent do them, and yeah, but they're like clip-on little ringlets and stuff you can have for your tool belt too, so they're pretty handy too. That's it, guys, for my tool shout out this week. A little bit of rambling on there. I apologise. Yes, I'm sweaty. It is boiling hot here in Cairns at the moment. It is nuts. Congratulations to the guys who won from that 5th Year of the Storm and giveaway too. I'm working through sending those out to you this week. So yeah, you should hopefully see them in the next couple of weeks and stuff like that in your letterboxes, etc. So, all right, thanks again, everyone. Build on legends. We'll chat again next week on the next tool shout out. All right, see you guys.